It made me cry.
This one's wife. Seal spotted. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Seal spotted. Am I referring to Seal Henry Olusegun Olumide Adeola Samuel, the singer, songwriter and record producer who has won 3 Brit Awards, 4 Grammy Awards and an MTV Video Music Award, who is best known for his singles Crazy and Killer and was once married to Heidi Klum? No, I'm not referring to him. He wasn't spotted at the Invictus Games. Well, perhaps I'm referring to the United States Navy SEAL Air and Land teams, commonly known as Navy SEALs. They are the United States Navy's primary special operations force and a component of the United States Naval Special Warfare Command. One of their functions are conducting small unit special operation missions in maritime, jungle, urban, Arctic, mountainous and desert environments. Would that extend to perhaps being seen in and around an arena in Vancouver? Well, no, it's not those SEALs either. Well, maybe I'm referring to a pinniped, which is what a SEAL is actually known as, although they're commonly called SEALs. These widely distributed and diverse carnivorous, fin-footed, semi-aquatic, mostly marine mammals are much beloved of people for their doe-eyed looks and unfortunately find themselves getting clubbed to death in certain areas of the world. Has one of those wandered into the arena in Vancouver? Well, you might be forgiven for thinking that is what has actually happened, because in a piece of footage it would appear that a seal has in fact been spotted. Why don't we pause for a moment and have a look at the footage? Yes, there is the seal, in an environment that is favourable to it, namely being seen in public at an event whilst being filmed. Throw the seal a fish. Somebody might slap her in the face and give us all some amusement. Yet again, we see the oversized man hands flailing through the air, and it's a favourite phrase of mine, like a pissed-up ninja. This was taken at the Invictus Games, as you are aware, and the same occasion when she engaged in being a face-hugger and gave a performative kiss to Prince Harry in order to demonstrate to the world that theirs is an idyllic marriage and they're very much in love. Just revisiting that for a moment before we return to her seal-based antics, it's important for people to understand that when she does that, it's because Harry's painted white. There are many people that might wonder, well, hang on a second, if she's a narcissist and he's in devaluation, why is she being nice to him? I thought that he would be in the sustained devaluation, so she'd always be horrible to him. Not so. Those of you who have had an involvement with a narcissist will be aware that it isn't always a case of being treated badly all of the time. Sometimes the narcissist doesn't really do anything towards you. Other times they revert back to being really pleasant to you. Sex starts again. They flatter you. They talk about how much they love you. It can be rather confusing for the intimate partner primary source victim, who is the main recipient of such behaviour. But it's actually simply explained. When the narcissist ensnares an intimate partner primary source, they seduce them, and they do so giving them the golden period. This is because the narcissist is infatuated with that individual, driven by the narcissism. When they embed that person as the intimate partner primary source, the golden period continues. And this is when, at the outset of the relationship, the unwitting victim thinks that they've met someone very, very special indeed, who absolutely adores and loves them, and makes them extremely happy. But as I've explained in other videos, this never lasts. It cannot last. And the sustained devaluation comes along. This is when the narcissist will start to ignore you, attack you, call you horrible names, exhibit rage in front of you, possibly physically assault you, and many other manipulations which I've explained in separate videos. This is a sustained devaluation, but it's punctuated by what is called the respite period. And respite periods are basically when the narcissist treats you well again, reinstating the golden period, causing the victim to think it's just like it was at the beginning. This gives the victim false hope that everything's going to be all right, that somehow they've done something which has made the bad stuff go away. But the devaluation will come back, and then another respite period will come. A respite period might just be a matter of an hour. It could run up to a couple of weeks, for instance, going on and having a wonderful holiday together. But it is punctual in terms of, or rather it punctuates the sustained devaluation appearing here and there in respect of the way that the narcissist continues to control the victim. Thus, you have the sustained devaluation, which is, if you like, a dark ocean. And from time to time, you manage to sail across this and arrive at a safe harbour on an island for a short period of time before you're back into the devaluing ocean again, and then you get to the next respite period. And so it goes until either you escape or disengagement occurs, or neither of those things happen. There's also the point that in such situations that the facade management comes in. Were she scowling all of the time at Harry, that would cause adverse responses, which would threaten her need for control. Therefore, not only is Harry granted a respite period whereby she is treating him nicely, we see all this lovey-dovey behaviour, sticking her head on his shoulder, kissing him, etc., but it's all part of the facade management to make the world think that they have a lovey-dovey marriage and that everything is wonderful in that regard. And it's important to point this out. It is entirely performative again, and it could vanish in an instant. That is what you're witnessing. As part of that, as you've seen with the appearance of the seal, it's all smiles because Harry's got this respite period. And we see that she claps in this manner because she needs to draw attention to herself. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm clapping, waving my hands in the air. See how I am enthused. See how I'm engaged in this situation, but make sure that you see me. She might as well do what Michael Winner used to do, which was when he wanted attention in a restaurant, is that he would take his napkin and twirl it above his head like a scarf in order to draw the attention of the waiting staff. This is similar. What she's doing is wanting to bring attention to herself. It's nothing with her actually showing enthusiasm or appreciation for what she's witnessing, although she thinks that's what she's doing. It's her narcissism causing her to clap in this way, mimicking a seal, expecting that a fish might get thrown her way in order to draw attention to herself. Once again, the performative actions of a narcissist, self-serving and pursuing the prime aims. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for watching.